All right. Let's get over here and get it going, yo. Are we ready? I don't know. I know y'all asking me if I'm ready, right? It's all good though. Get my, like, where's my remote control? It's in my pocket. Let me get my tracking going. There we go. Get the old camera tracking me. Hopefully that all is working like it's supposed to. There we go. Oh, it's on Zoom. Why is it on Zoom? Always something in it. Always something. I don't want you close up. Let's see if I can get it to switch. Yeah, we went out that far. I don't know what to do, man. Let's see. I gotta learn this controller. One of these days I'll learn it. I have no idea what that does. Every time. So it'll let me zoom. Or if it'll zoom back in. Alright, at least it ain't zooming back in, right? That's good. But are we on track? No, we ain't on track. Come on, baby. I done broke it again. Hang on a sec. Let me go fix this thing up real quick. Uh-oh. All right, thought it froze up on me. Every single time I think I got things ready to go. And what happens? No. Let me get the old zoom reset. There we go with that. Get this back going. Let me turn this off for a minute and turn it back on, see if that helps me. always something, y'all. I ain't lying. Come on, baby, let's get back up and running. There we are. We back up. We back up and going. Let me get over there. Make sure my zoom is right. All right. Hopefully all this will work like it's supposed to. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you. Make sure I'm showing up. There we go. Got that part working. Now if I can get the old tracking to work. Really? I don't know what I done, man. It's been tracking so well, and then all of a sudden tonight it ain't wanting to. Well, let's see if I can, I gotta be careful because sometimes when I hit these buttons, man, they change my OBS. And that ain't doing nothing. It's almost like the controller doesn't start working now. Oh, Tech has truly been fighting me this week. You're right, Sleepy. What's happening, man? Oh, goodness. And now I'm just kind of like hitting buttons, man. I'm like, maybe this button will work. Maybe that button will work. I don't know why it ain't tracking, though. Let me walk back over here and see if I can get it tracking. Oh, my goodness. How you doing, man? Anything going on with you today? At least do that. Normal tracking. Alright, we're gonna get over here. Watch her freeze up in the middle though. Hopefully. Ah, see, she done lost me. Come on. Get back on. I don't know why the remote just like stopped working, man. Oh my goodness. What is up? Been busy today, man. Cool, I hear you. Me too, man, me too. I've had a pretty good day though, I have to say. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this in a fixed position and I ain't gonna worry about it, right? That's fine, that'll be all right. I know about where I'm gonna be working out at. It'll be all right. Well, this all still works, so I'm good. That looks pretty decent, I guess. Cool shirt, man. Thank you. Yeah, man, gotta be courageous, right? Oh, here we go. So I ain't gotta worry about this tonight. Now, what is it doing? It's pointing down now, ain't it? Nah, okay, it's good. Let me see what it looks like as far as me being out here, man. Cut off my head. Why is it working? Why is it not working with me tonight, man? OBS is working. Why ain't this thing working? All right, so I gotta bump her up a little bit. That'll be all right. I don't like for my head to be behind my overlay. But it's doing leg night tonight, man. Not my favorite night. Legs is tough. Legs is always hard. But hey, if this is the worst tech problems we've got, then we'll be all right, right? Interestingly, so I know I told you the other night, you know, that I was going to I was actually trying to record with my camera, with my Sony camera, and so I could post that dumbbell workout. I never did hit record on it. It's recording now, so we're gonna learn something tonight. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it's got a good view, all that good stuff. I don't really get to see it. I try to set it up before I get out here. But yeah, so anyway, we're gonna see how it goes. So I still got my little tablet I walk around with, which really a big part about this is it helps me to see, making sure the feed's going, because I do have a laptop behind me, but I can't really always keep an eye on it, so I try to keep this one in front of me. But look, man, I got my layout of dumbbells tonight already ready to go. Legs, I don't have to worry so much about trying to go too light or too heavy. I've got, I think that's like 45 pounds on each side there, so it'll be all right. At least you probably got a good workout despite not. Yeah, man, it was a good night, man. I really, let me tell you, dude, I hadn't done dumbbells in a long time like that, a full dumbbell workout. I really, really enjoyed it. And so looking forward to tonight. I've never really done legs with dumbbells, but we're gonna try legs with dumbbells tonight. Do squats, deadlift, calf raise. I might do lunges. I don't know, I might do lunges. I really hate lunges, but I might do something. Always try to get a little bit of core work in, so we'll do some sit-ups and we'll do some planks as well. See how it goes, man, right? So always playing around. It's funny, I've been shopping, been looking at all the adjustable dumbbells that are out there, and man, they're just so expensive. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep busting these out as best I can, and see how we go. I think I got a decent little set here, and I might could possibly find some bargains on Facebook Marketplace or something like that to get a little, like a 50 or 55. I'd like to at least get up to a 75 pound dumbbell. Yeah, but we'll see. But anyway, let me pray for us. We'll get to work out. I'll explain what we're going to do, all that good stuff tonight. Father God, we thank you and praise you, Lord, for this opportunity of being on here together to work out the bodies that you have given us and to be neighbors, Lord, here together, gym mates together. And so we pray you bless this time, pray that you're honored and glorified, for it is in Christ's name we pray, amen. So, you know, I always got to have a theme, right? Let me get my strong gap going. And so, it's legs. What do you do with your legs? You walk, right? And so I'm kind of looking at the idea of walking in faith. So let me get my elliptical cardio on here. I keep forgetting about that with these new routines I got going. Come on, baby. Let me move ya. There you go. All right, so we're gonna pop that up here. Amen, amen, amen. Gonna pop that up here, get the old watcher working. There we go, there we go. But yeah, man, what'd you get to do today? You know, you say you're busy. What all did you get to be busy about? For me, man, it's pretty interesting. So early this morning, had a meeting. It went good. I got 2 leaders under me that I had a meeting with, and that went well. We're all kind of drilling together really good. Everybody's doing a good job under me, all that good stuff. I finished that up and then went from that to meet another department that I work with, and the manager over there, and trying to share with him a program that we use that I'm trying to get him to also begin to use, to help him out And then my boss was there, our director. And so we had a good time kind of showing him as well what we've been doing, what kind of work we've been doing. And finish up with that about lunch. But one of my assistant city managers, I usually work, but today I took a day off, do some side projects, did some stream prep. Oh, awesome. So you're doing a coding stream? And so one of my assistant city managers, he is doing a presentation Monday on some elevated tank stuff that we use, some equipment, and a company that we make use of, and he gets to be like their keynote. And they need some pictures. And of course I got volunteered for it. And so I broke my drone out today, man. I ain't had my drone out in a while. It's like I bought that thing and I was like, man, I used to play around with the cheap one back in the day. And then I bought a real DJI. I got the Mini Pro 3. And I really haven't used it that much. I get nervous with it. And it's one of those things, until you use it more and more, you get off of it, get over the nervousness. And my nervousness is more about just not trusting it yet. Afraid of losing range. Afraid of it dropping out of the sky, hitting something or hitting somebody, you know. Coding stream would be cool. Was just coding the look at my chat. Oh, okay, cool, man. That's awesome. There are some people that do coding streams. I have seen that. But yeah, it's a drone. I used to have a cheapo. I actually still have it. I bought it for like $65, $70. Had a little camera on it, didn't work with anything. But like you couldn't use your phone with it, you know, to be able to see. And so, man, I flew that thing like crazy though. It had like no electronics in it, like no altitude hold, no GPS, no nothing. You had to keep it in sight for sure. I flew that thing like crazy. And that's why I had a couple guys at work, they decided to buy some. They bought minis when they first come out, like DJI Mini. And they were like 300 bucks. And I wanted to step up because I wanted the 4K and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I got ready to get it out today after lunch. And I did charge the batteries for the drone. And I was like, I know I got to do firmware updates, all that good stuff. So I hook up the phone, all that good stuff, download it. And then the remote control won't come on. I forgot totally about having to charge the remote control. And so I had to do that. So that put me behind by about almost an hour. But I got to take it out. We got elevated tanks. We have 7 total elevated water tanks. And I was basically trying to get some pictures of them. We have mixers and some, so trying to get pictures of some of the mixer mechanical parts. And so flying them up 200 foot, you know, for the tanks. And man, that's where I got to spend my after lunch time, flying the drone and taking pictures. And so that ain't bad for Friday. I stay busy. And the big issue is I'm watching the wrong thing here. Fixing to stop 30 seconds early. The big thing for me really is he's wanting these pictures Monday, and then somebody's gonna put them in a presentation for him. And so I'm kind of pushing because I just found out Thursday and we had snow Wednesday and Thursday. So I couldn't get out then. And so kind of under the gun to get them done. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of work tomorrow. I got a few others to get pictures of. But still, it is, man, it is. I don't know if you've ever had one, if you've ever flown one. They are fun, really. My wife actually talked me into getting it because I wasn't so sure I really wanted it. And it's just because I wasn't so sure of how much I'd use it, you know. And so, again, I haven't really used it. And like many things in my life, I always get this thought, this desire, whatever, to turn whatever hobby I'm into some kind of business idea. and then work toward that. And I'm trying not to do that with anything anymore. It's kind of like I talked about, you know, what was that Wednesday night, whatever, the mission vision kind of thing. Man, I got a good job, pays really good, benefits are awesome. I'm between 4 years from being able to do a 75% retirement, and then another 4 years to do my full 30 years retirement. And so I don't have much longer to go. And then I'll have that passive income, you know, and be able to spend that time on the things I really want to do for fun, or to do for more ministry kind of stuff. And so things are busy. I stay busy for the most part, but it's all right. It's good. Let me go ahead and stretch the quads out a little bit. Go start out with squats. And again, I'll do some body weight first. I'll do a body weight squat just kind of get the muscles warmed up, get them stretched out a little bit. Even this here, I'm not really pulling my hamstring or my quad. I'm just kind of like putting a little bit of tension on it. Now, I don't have balance anymore, so I always have to hold on to something. But so yeah, so we're gonna do 12 body weight only squats, feet shoulder width. And I always put my hands like this. I don't know, just always have, so it is what it is. I go about 90 degrees with the quads. Keep the back straight, don't hunch over. You know how that goes. I say one of these days I'm gonna do nothing but body weight too. That's just a little less fun for me. That's well, because like I always like to have stuff measurable. You know, no matter what I do, I like to know that I'm hitting some kind of level, or some kind of like gaming. You know, it's like, what's the next thing I can try to reach, next thing I can get to. And with body weight stuff, really, you're only talking about either reps or time. And time, like, you know, if you do a wall squat or something, how long can you hold it there, you know? And that's got some challenge to it. It burns like crazy. But I've always been a free weight guy and weight guy, no matter what, resistance. And so, but I'm not, again, sometimes you got to change things up. Sometimes you got to shock the body, so to speak, as we were talking the other night. And so that's going to be the thing. So again, tonight we're talking about walking by faith. It goes right along with our legs. I'm going to start off with these little old 15s, man. Start small, right? In any venture, you start small. I say that every time. I ain't trying to do nothing too crazy on here. And 30 pounds is enough, right? So I'm gonna do 12, 30 pounds. Hear my knee popping. Lightweight, it's just so easy to go too fast too. That's the only thing about it, it's like I just kind of want to fly through it, you know. All right, I have never done, it's funny, because my sets are all empty on the Strong app. Don't even have a full 3 sets for everything. And so I actually have, oh, I gotta put everything in order too. I hadn't even done that on here yet. Where's my squat, man? Oh, there we go. That's the cool thing about the app, again. You can move stuff around wherever you need it to be. And really set up your whole workout. You can scroll right down through it. But it's gonna look weak, saying 15 pounds for squats. Not your everyday squat, right? So anyway, you know, I was kind of thinking about this whole walking in faith, and what is it, 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." And you know, what is faith, right? I believe it's Paul, if I'm not mistaken, that also says, you know, faith is belief in things that you cannot see, basically. And so for some people that seems like such a big jump, but really it's rather a small thing, because we all believe something even if we can't see it. Even the atheist is believing there's no God because they can't see him, but they also believe in gravity, right? Because they see the effects of gravity. They believe in wind because they see the effects of wind. And there's other things they also believe in, you know. Oh, you're welcome, man. Glad. Yeah. It's an awesome app, dude. I've loved it, man. I tried a few of them. I've loved that app. But let me stretch while I'm talking here too. And so we all believe something, right? You can't, I don't know many people that don't have some kind of belief in something that they don't see. And so it's not really that big a leap. It's just the beginning. And it's a matter of placing that faith in the right thing. And I always want to kind of think of the trust fall kind of thing, you know. You trusting that that person is going to catch you before they ever do it. Whether they're there or not, you're trusting that they're going to be there and they're going to help you. And so faith, a lot of times, it really is those kind of one step at a time thing, you know. It's not always a big leap. It's not like jumping off a bridge with no parachute or nothing. All right, I need heavier weights, man. I'm grabbing my 15s. I need my bump up to the 25s here. Again, legs, I'm not too concerned with going a little bit larger jumps as well. I was talking about this whole one step at a time thing. Again, I'm very limited on my dumbbell size anyway. So I've got a very light, I've got a medium, and I've got what might be heavy with the 45s. And so we're going from 30 pounds to 50 pounds, and then that'll be 90 pounds, right? So a pretty big jump from 25s to the 45s. But it's all right. Like I said, we're gonna get us some more dumbbells one of these days. But right now we're working what we got. I don't have to change those out or change those and add plates to them. I'm using what I got, and I suggest you do the same thing. Whatever you got, whatever you can find. Again, you can get stronger by doing more reps, doing them slower, or going heavier. Got 3 different pendulums right there, or 3 different levers you can play with to help you get your workout in. Again, 12 reps. My quads are already burning. Keep the head up, back straight. I already feel it bad. I might be squatting down a little bit further than I would be with the dumbbell. With the barbell. And again, part of that is it's easier. It's not as heavy a weight. It's also safer. Again, here I am, the old man, right? And so, I'm gonna do 25, there we go. And so I do have to be a little bit more concerned with my weight selection, how much weight I put on. Again, I like going heavy. I like loading up the barbell, all that good stuff, but you gotta be smart. And so we don't wanna get hurt. I don't wanna get hurt. Y'all might want to, I don't wanna get hurt, and I don't want y'all to get hurt. And so I got no problem doing lightweight here tonight. Again, small steps, small. It's a little bit smaller though, right? I started off with the 15s, basically bumped it up by 10 each, and then the next step is a little bit bigger, a little bit larger. And so again, kind of like with our faith. As we begin to see little things begin to happen in our lives, see God involved in the little things, we continue to grow in faith, right? And sometimes it takes us, I say, it really takes us being more intentional. I always teach and preach on being intentional with our faith, just like with our workouts, with our diet. You know, it's not always just whatever happens, happens. If you don't put some intention to it, then life and things are just happening. They're not really going the direction you want them to go. And so same thing with faith. I do need to put in some work. I do need to put in some discipline, some practice. And always starting off with those small things. You know, always encourage people, get in the Word. Some way, somehow, get in the Word, you know. That's usually where we start. Usually, really, and be honest, and I'll say that, the truth is that most people start with prayer. Because surprisingly, even atheists will find themselves praying at some point or another. Or they have at some point or another. And so prayer is always used, a lot of times, that first step people take. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of kind of like a toe stretch, a hamstring stretch. That's because I know my lower buttocks, with a heavier squat, it'll get a little bit of work in. And so I'm gonna go ahead and stretch just a little bit, stretch out those hamstrings. It'll also get me prepared for when I'm doing the deadlifts. And I like to lean to one side, get that stretch in that left leg, and I work my way back over to the other side, get that stretch in that right leg. And I go back to the middle. And kind of I'm trying to reach back behind my heels just a little bit. And that really gets behind the knees. But it's funny, man, talking about doing dumbbells and how much I love it. Dude, my chest, after that chest workout the other night, has been feeling it. All right, so I've been doing chest press on bench now for 6 or 7 weeks. But Wednesday night was the first time I did chest with dumbbells again in a while. I can feel it. I can feel the difference. And that's something I love about the gym, man. They're working out. Who's on here? Sick Dak, shack. What's happening, man? Here we go, leg day. That's right. You're just in time, man. Grab them heavy weights and let's go, right? Like Sleepy said, let's go. All right, here we go, 12. I'm gonna try to do 12, we're gonna see. I said already burning. Three. 4. I always find a point in front of me and I just kind of stare at it the whole time while I'm doing this to keep my head up. Oh yeah. That's the way it goes right there, man. So what's going on? Hey, Driven, bro, how you doing, man? What's going on, Shaq, Driven? How y'all's day been, man? Y'all both popping in here about the same time. Hope y'all have had a good day. That's right, Sleepy. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it done. Woo. See, I still get out of breath, even with just the dumbbells and doing those compound movements, man. That's what I was saying with our chest day the other day. Dude, I've been good, just a nice tight sore right there. And really that's about the only place I feel a little bit different. And man, I was feeling so good doing those dumbbells. And I then feel the effects afterward, feel the positive effects. I'm like, yeah, man, we did the right thing, dude. So, again, so we stepped it up here, the 12 reps. I was like, we're talking about walking in faith, taking small steps to get to where you're going. To begin with, I bumped it up from 15, bumped it up 10 pounds, and then bumped it up 20 pounds on one arm. so double that, you know, the rest of the way, to step up to the heavier weight. And so, that same thing, man, like I was saying about faith, a lot of times we start small. We start with questions a lot of times as well. You know, what about this? What about that? You know, how do I explain how God does this, or why does he allow this, or what, you know? Some of those questions are small, some of them are much bigger. But again, they're steps. They're steps in faith trying to learn. Best exercise of the week was chest day for you, man. Cool, bro. That's good, man, that's good. Yeah, leg day, man, it's always hard to push. And so like I say, even though I don't have a hate for it like I used to, it's still not my favorite. My favorite began to be for a long time back. And where I was looking forward, man, getting at the gym, doing some back work. Because I always wanted the wings, right? I wanted them lats to be out there and I'd pump up, you know, spread them out. You know, get the traps as well up here. But now really it's all good if you're doing what you enjoy. And that's what I kind of say, you know, buying the things I bought allowed me to do the things I enjoyed and not feel like I was missing out on anything in the gym. And so there's still a few little things here and there I would like to have, like a real cable system or something, you know, a few more dumbbells, but other than that, man, we good. All right, so just like before, we're gonna do deadlift, but I'm gonna do it with just body weight to begin with. And again, just kind of get those hamstrings a little bit warmed up. I might only do, we're gonna do 12. We're gonna do 12 reps, it'll be all right. I always stand about shoulder width, maybe a little bit beyond. And I like to have my knees bent just a little bit. I don't do, even though I try to do it mostly a kind of a stiff leg, I don't like lock my knees. I keep them loose so I can bounce. So again, I want to act like I got dumbbells or something in my hand. We're gonna drop down. Again, keep that head up. And again, I look straight out in front of me. And if anything, even if this doesn't feel like it's a workout to you yet, no doubt you can probably feel the pull in those hamstrings. I know I do. But you still want to try to keep that back straight as best as you can. Even with no weight, you want to keep the right form. Two more. So yeah, I was telling Sleepy earlier as well, you know, I had mentioned that Wednesday night, I'd set up my Sony camera as well and was hoping to kind of record the workout on it and then actually be able to put together a YouTube video with it. A more workout basic YouTube video. And I got done, I realized I never did hit the record button. So that didn't work. It should be recording now. I started it early tonight. I'm gonna see what it looks like when I get done or look at it sometime tomorrow or something. But it should be recording. We're gonna see what it looks like, how it works. And then if you notice, my tracking, oh, it is working, ain't it? Okay, it is tracking, good, good. My normal camera that's on here, earlier it wasn't tracking. It zoomed in on me. Then I couldn't get it to track for nothing. But it looks like it's doing good right now, so. Technical difficulties every night this week. It's just been crazy, man. It's been crazy. I don't know what's up. But I still plug in everything. I still get everything ready. I can get on here with faith. Everything's going to work out, right? I'm going to keep trying to tie in that faith thing, man. Everything for me is really a walk of faith. And so, what we're all about, right? Again, lightweight, but it's all right. We're just getting warmed up. All right. 1, 2. Same thing, keeping them knees bent just slightly, trying to keep that back straight. And I come up and look at the same point every time. Feel that stretch, man. Well, the only thing I have to worry about is I might miss a rep here or there. Especially when I talk in between. That's why I'm trying not to talk a whole lot during the exercises, just because it's real easy for me to lose that rep count. You can't talk and count at the same time, I don't guess. But it's all right, it's all right. So what's been going on, Shaq, man? What you been up to, bro? Yes, I definitely gotta move that around. Woo. All right. So like even on here, I got it listed as stiff leg deadlift, but all right. So we just did 15 right there, 12 reps. We know we're gonna do the same thing we did with the squats, basically, which I did 25, and that's per dumbbell. And I did 45 with the upper one. And then I'll get ready to put in my reps whenever I get done. Ooh. Another good scripture. I got my notes over here, I got my scriptures posted here, so I don't have to pull out the laptop, I have to pull out the tablet tonight either. Trying to not have to carry around so many devices. Let's see, sleepy. My poor back doesn't bend the best still, but I'm gonna do my best for what I can do. That's it, man. You make those changes or whatever kind of, what we call it, adjustments to the exercise to help you do them. Main thing is just not doing anything that's gonna hurt you, you know. Shaq said just had some dinner and enjoying the evening. Good deal, man. What'd you have for dinner? I had pizza. Working out after pizza is not always the best thing either, but it's usually kind of a lot of times it's our Friday meal. And nothing special, just the old oven pizza, but I try not to overdo it. Had pizza yesterday for lunch too. Yeah, pizza here too. Homemade. I didn't do homemade. I did homemade, taking out of the box, put a little extra cheese on it, and put it in the oven. That was homemade. That's it, man. So Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. So we talk about walking in faith, for we walk by faith, not by sight. And then Paul breaks it out here in Hebrews with the whole, therefore, since we're surrounded by this great cloud of witnesses. Now he's speaking of the people that have come before us and that have already kind of gone to heaven. And he kind of calling them witnesses, but I also think of the witnesses as being those that are watching me in the world, or those that see me in the world, or those I work around, because they are a witness of me walking out my faith as well. And I am an example, hopefully, to them in walking out their faith. Homemade pizza is very good. Amen there, man, no doubt. Pizza's good. It don't matter if it's homemade, if it's Little Caesars or whatever, man. I don't care, dude. I can just about eat anybody's pizza. And so, bust that a little bit heavier. Begin to get in that get a real workout zone going here. Again, get my feet set, back set, knees bent just a little bit. And I always put these out in front of me just like a barbell. I'll put my dumbbells out in front of me. I mean, not dumbbell, like a barbell. And I'll put them out in front. 1, 2, don't forget to breathe in, going down, 3, 4, and out, going up. Again, a little bit slow and controlled. Don't want to be jerking, don't want to be throwing it down. Control it on its way down, just like you do picking it up. Been kind of weird being alone all these past few Fridays. I hear you, man. Still having a tough time because the girl I was seeing, we would always make a nice dinner on Friday. As I said last week, you know, it's those things that are behind and learning how to move forward. And you're gonna miss things, man. There ain't no doubt. You're always gonna miss things. Y'all were together for a year. If I'm not mistaken, you said that before. And then all of a sudden, for you not to be together, it's understandable to be missing some things. And so no doubt. And it goes back to that whole focusing on your faith, focusing on Christ, learning to grow in faith, and it'll get easier. I promise you that. It'll get easier. It might feel like crap right now, but it'll get better. I promise you. And then, you know, but you're only here on Friday night with us, right? We got you, man. We got you. So we got Sleepy. I don't know if you know, Sleepy's on YouTube with us. And so you can see his chats at the bottom of the screen there, at the scrolling chat. And so you can see he's on here with us. Driven's on here with us. We got some other people probably lurking, watching us. You know, so we all here for you, man. Yeah, I might try to check out a church this Sunday. Awesome, man, awesome. I will be praying for sure that it is a good experience with you. And as always, that the Lord leads you where He thinks you need to be. And so find that local family you can belong to, man. And then, like I say, you know, try to plug in, right? When you find a place you like, when you find a church you like, then it's a matter of just trying to begin to figure out where you can plug into. All right, these are the heavyweights. These are 45s on each side, so my shoulders is. But it's all right. We're gonna do the same thing. Legs, a little bit shoulder width. Oh, got an itch. Never fails to get an itch. Heavy stuff in my hands. My shoulders just a little bit beyond shoulder width. My dumbbells out in front. Get my back ready and straight. Knees bent. Ooh. Oh. Don't drop them on your toes. Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Because every time I go down, I hit my toes with the weight just a little bit, not enough to hurt anything. But it made me think, don't want to drop on my toe, man. I ain't got the old steel toes on right now. I got the regular tennis shoes on. Whoo. Man, it's crazy. Because just those two exercises, squat and deadlift, again, I don't care if I'm doing it on the rack with the barbell or if I'm doing it with the dumbbell, they just really get the blood pumping and get your breathing hard. And so again, it's all about the compound muscles. How many muscles are involved in those two exercises? I mean, really, you get a very good workout just doing those every day. Not that you should. It's kind of like people thought about, I do push-ups every day, Great, push-ups aren't bad either. You're getting a little bit of legs. But just like this, I'm not really getting much chest, but I'm getting some lower back, I'm getting some shoulders, getting a little bit of forearm, getting some grip strength, getting all the legs, it don't matter. You're getting quads, hams, and calves all together right there. And it's interesting because I had that Outlive book over here the other week, and I've been watching him a little bit, Dr. Adia, I think's the name, on YouTube. And he's like, one of the things that demonstrates people's health more than anything is their grip strength. And it's like not in the matter of you work to build your grip up, but it's proof that you're doing the other things. And so if you think about doing anything that you're holding weight, That's working your grip. If you're doing it, it don't matter if you're pushing, if you're pulling, if you're hanging, you're working your grip. And all those different exercises end up working your hand, your forearm, all of it. So pretty interesting, man. I thought it was pretty cool. Never thought about it really. Now, I don't know if I believe everything he says, but he's a smart man, got a good book. So got some good advice. And he works out, takes protein. He doesn't do a whole lot of things, extra supplements and all that good stuff. So again, like with that scripture, being surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, I always think about who's watching me, who's seeing what I do. And then the idea of let us also lay aside every weight. I mean, stop worrying, right? Stop feeling so burdened about things. When would you recommend wearing a belt? I've never worn one of those before. So I do my belt up here, she's hanging. So I do my belt whenever I'm doing heavy. And so usually the first, like if I do a warm-up set all the time, and that's just, again, just kind of getting that repetitious motion, get my form right with no weight, and then I'll do the first set, which is usually just 135. If I do like say deadlift or squat, either one, I don't worry about it too much. But when I start going up from there and I start I know that it's going to put a little strain on my lower back, and I might be tempted to also not keep my back the way it's supposed to be either. The belt helps me do that. And the thing with the belt is making sure you put it on tight. It's not like your belt you put around to keep your pants up. It needs to be snug, man. It's like whenever I put it on, it's like, it is super uncomfortable. But a back brace, a back belt is not going to do you no good unless it's got some pressure against you and it is holding you the way it's supposed to be. So good question, man. Good question. I appreciate that. I didn't used to wear one until I really started trying to go heavy. And I realized, like, man, if I don't, I'm going to end up hurting myself. And I've worked jobs that required them as well. All right, man, I'm going to do what I hate. You can see the benefit with squats. Yeah, squats and deadlift, I'll wear it. Deadlift, same thing, because once you start doing heavyweight to deadlift, you got to make sure you're keeping your back in the right way. Not me totally thinking of a pants belt this whole time. Nah, man. This ain't no pants belt. But and again, you don't have to spend a fortune, dude. That's like a $20 belt off of Amazon too. It's just a thick leather. I don't even know if it's real leather or not. I don't know. But it's stiff, and that's what you want. It's just that stiffness to hold that lower back. And I do have a little bit of lower back issue. I have a sciatic nerve that will flare up from time to time. But it's all good though. All right, so I'm gonna try lunges. I'm not good at doing lunges. I don't like them. But with my leg day is always a little bit short anyway. And because I do just a few exercises. So I'm gonna throw lunges in there. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna do it with no weight first, as always. Get that right form in, make sure that I'm dropping down right. And basically when you do a lunge, you wanna make sure that your knee, that you put your foot out far enough to where your knee is straight, where that front leg is straight. Don't get over there where your head's over top of your knee and you look like you're about to fall down. And don't get like this. That's really gonna lose your balance. And taller you are, I think the worse it is. I'm 6'2", so I hate it. But we're gonna try it, see how it works. If I don't like it, we can always quit, right? We can try it, then quit. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna try 12. Let's go. 1. And I do rotating legs. 3. I don't drop my knee all the way down either on the floor. So it's really gonna be 24 when you're trying to do 12 for each side. 6. Might not have went far enough out on that one. Actually, ain't too bad, really. Again, I always find something I focus on, and that helps me with my balance. Feel that knee pop. 18. Always the right knee. One more. More. That wasn't so bad. I don't mind that one. Ain't done no weight on it either. I've tried the walking lunges. I've tried doing them lunges like that too. And I just never really liked them. They do burn for one, maybe that's why. But that wasn't bad, man. I ain't gonna say I enjoyed it, but it wasn't bad. And so we're gonna say that. We're gonna try adding the dumbbell to the mix and see where we go. Whoo, goodness. So back to Hebrews 12:1. Let us also lay aside the weight, or every weight. Again, especially when I'm thinking about working out, man, that for me is a stress reliever. It is a time that I can get rid of those burdens, time that I'm not thinking about work, not thinking about everything else I got going on in life. I'm really, dude, when I'm on here working out and everything, or down here working out, it's sort of a zen moment for me. It's like, it's chill. I'm not stressing, not thinking about work, not thinking about all the troublesome things. And that's what it feels like to me to lay aside every weight, because I don't have all those different burdens on me right now. I kind of got to release, kind of got to break. And the thing is, in Christ, if we truly give him our burdens, and I know how hard that is, but if we truly give him our burdens, then that is also us laying aside our weight, because we are allowing him to take those things off of us. And like he says, take my burden, give me your burden and take my burden, it's light. And so that's where that verse kind of makes me go as well. And then he talks about running with endurance. And so again, with the lunges, to me, it is an endurance game. So I got my little 15s again. This is going to add a little measure of difficulty. I don't know about doing the 45s. We're going to see where I go after I do the 25s. Right now, we got to start small, right? One small step. And that's working out with the 15s. So again, I'm going to do 12, which means 24 total. So here we go. Get that back straight. Get them legs and knees ready. Remember that front leg, 90 degrees. High. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Didn't quite go far enough on that one. Ooh, getting a little rocky. Hit me. Feel the burn. Come on. Man. 1, 2, 23. 24. Ooh. Yeah. Man, feel that one. Oh my goodness. Let me get that stretch in. Try to get some of that lactic acid out. Oh man, oh man. Now with stretches now that the muscles warmed up, I do pull a little bit, not a whole lot. Really, I try to push my arm back with this leg, and that helps really that quad kind of push out a little bit. Oh man. Again, get your breathing hard. That's what I talk about, that endurance. That's the thing with doing lightweight and quote unquote high reps. It works on that endurance. There you go, man. Got the flames, let's go. Jamie, bro, what's happening, man? How are you doing, brother? I hope you're having a blessed night, man. We'll stretch real quick. Stretch those hamstrings a little bit after that too. Lower buttocks. Woo. Jamie, man, talking about witnesses. And looking at Paul's words. In Hebrews 12, man, it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Now, I was talking about, man, you know what I'm talking about here. It's not only the witnesses in the clouds or in heaven, so to speak, but it's also those that see us living our daily life. And Jamie, you one of them, bro. I know Sleepy, I know Driven, I know all y'all try to be good witnesses as well. Jamie's on Twitch. If you ever get a chance to catch him, make sure you give him a follow as well. Doing the BMX stuff, doing the drawing stuff, all the time, sharing the gospel as well. And Jamie's my boy. Fan club, Jamie. Jamie fan club. There you go. There you go. Makes me think about shining our light, right? That's it. Because we being watched. And what are people watching you for? And what are they seeing? We do need more believers streaming. Amen. We're going to take over the Twitchverse, baby. Sorry. It is Friday night. Don't be surprised. I might break out some weirdness every now and then. Lose track of where I'm at. But yeah, so and we're talking about also laying aside every weight. The idea there, again, talking about getting rid of our burdens, giving them to Christ, doing something as well, like I talked about earlier. When we're working out, whenever we're doing things that we enjoy, and our mind is focused on what we're doing and not on all the other stuff, and we feel more free, right? When we are more free, we are more able to then run with endurance. So it says, let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. And it's always interesting, he talks about like faith being a race. And it is set before us. This is always a journey. All right, Sleepy. I don't know, man. I don't know about raising the weight. I'm wrestling. It's like one part of me says, man, I want to do it. The other part says, man, you barely got through 12 reps each leg there. I don't know about raising the weight. Raising the weight. What do you think, man? You tell me. You tell me what should I do, bro? While I'm waiting on you to type that in there, I'm gonna give me some more water. Woo! You motivated me to add lunges to my leg workouts. There you go, man. Awesome. That's it. I'm an example. No, but I had to say, dude, I never really liked lunges. And again, to me, it's like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it tonight and see how it goes. All right, I don't know what that is. What's on with that? That's old Demon Hunter there, man. Sound like Alice in Chains for a minute. Maybe raise it in half the reps. I thought about targeting 8 reps with the heavier weight. I think that's a good idea, man. I'm gonna go with that, Sleepy. Sleepy said, raise the weight, do half the reps. I ain't gonna do half, well, I'll say 8. I'm gonna try for 8, let's say that. So we're gonna add 10 more pounds, right? Oh, or drop set. Yes, I ain't got nothing to drop to right now. I've only done the body weight and the 15s, man. I do drop set from time to time as well. Now, I thought about doing that just to extend the leg workout a little bit more as well. I could have done my squats and dropped back down. Now, I've done the whole pyramid or whatever, you know, up and then back down. Now, I'm gonna go with Sleepy Salt right here. You got it, man. You working with me, Sleepy? You got it, man? Don't encourage me to do something you ain't doing yourself now. All right, here we go. Whew, I gotta get ready for this one. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, let me get ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Two more. Come on, we can do it. Woo. I want to tell you though, man, it was hard, but it felt good. Yeah, I can't do it early in the morning, man. Me either. I get sick if I try to do it early in the morning. I tried a number of times and it just never, I try running in the morning. I don't like running in the dark anyway, so that didn't work. I tried going to the gym in the morning. I think for me, I gotta have the energy stored up. I gotta have the food in me. And I think that's what makes me sick, is I don't have the food. Don't have the same weights, but I've been pushing. That's it, man, that's it, that's all right. Like I say, use what you got. Now, if you're using what you got, you're doing better than 90% of the people out there. Ain't that right? Because most of us, and I've been one of them, got stuff to work out with and not using it. And so, we putting it to work, baby. Woo. This also kind of stretched my back a little bit too, so that's always nice. I'm gonna lean to the side. Lean to the other side. And back down. Again, reach back behind the heels. Stretching's important, right? That's it, man. You gotta push. You gotta push beyond that comfort zone. How many days a week do I work out typically? 3 days, man. If I get 3 days in, I feel good. That's chest, back, legs. If I get a 4th day in, which I might try, I can't promise. I'm not promising I will be on here tomorrow. But if I get a 4th day in, it's gonna be an arm day, which is gonna be fun, all right? I mean, arms are always fun to work out. And I haven't done a arm focused workout in a while either. As you've probably seen, a lot of times I'll, like on back day, I'll usually end with some bicep curls. On chest day, I'll usually end with some tricep push downs when I got the cables up. And so that's about all the arms I do, because your arms are involved in everything else. And so they're involved, like I was talking about, your arms are involved in your back workout, your chest workout. And even tonight, using dumbbells, they're being involved as well. You get that forearm workout. All right, sleepy man, one thing I'm not doing the 45s. And I don't feel like taking no weight off of them. So I'm gonna do the 25s again and see how that goes. Jamie said been doing a lot of lateral raises for shoulder, deltoids, right? So I'll do front raise and laterals on my back night usually, I believe. And to get me good and prepared for that. I do have that shoulder here that is got some issues. And so I'm trying to make sure I do tone it, get it working out like it's supposed to be. It was a little bit sore after chest night the other night using dumbbells, but it wasn't like a bad sore. And so we good, man. That's totally fair. Appreciate that, man. We getting it done though, Sleepy. We getting it done, man. Woo. If I get 6 each side, I'm happy. That's more than I thought. Like I said, I put lunges on there. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm really gonna do lunges or not though. Kind of like what we talked about the other night too, mission and vision. Write down the plan. That's what Habakkuk said. Write down the plan. It don't happen if you don't write it down, right? I entered it in, I didn't write it down, and I'm doing it. So here we go. All right, gotta get mentally ready again. Ooh. Mentally, breathe in, breathe out. Woosah. One. First one hurt. Yeah. I don't want to stop at 12. So it's interesting, you know, and I'm not superstitious, but it's funny when I get to 12 reps, sometimes I think, well, I could probably do another one, but it ain't good luck to stop on 13. I'm not superstitious, it's just one of the weird things. Oh, wrong button. But man, that's good right there. We did lunges tonight. Driven, bro. What's happening, man? Living good, living blessed, man. Other than the early technical difficulties, I almost don't even want to say anything, but I'm gonna knock on wood anyway. Everything's going good. Screen's running fine. We good, man. I tell you what, dude. I'm super pleased with having my little projector on my screen here where I can see the chat there. That's really been a nice addition to my space here and helping me out. And like I said, I'm able to put my scriptures and stuff on the other side here. I got two split screen. That helps me out. I'm not having to carry around that other iPad. Like I said, I'm already using, so I'm down to 3 devices tonight, where I have been carrying like 4. So we're doing good. So again, going back to Hebrews 12:1, let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Faith is a journey, and it is not a 100-yard dash. It's not even a mile. It's like running a marathon, man. If you've ever tried running a marathon, which I have not, but if you run a marathon, I know you hit the wall, right? Sometimes you hit that wall. And faith sometimes like that as well. Forgot to ask you last time you was on, did you get any snow that we got? Yeah, man, we got some snow, bro. We got 2 days worth of snow. It only ended up being about 1 inch, but it's enough to cover all the grass for the most part. And so it snowed Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, pretty good. And then the roads were actually pretty well dry, so they didn't freeze. And then Thursday morning, we got more snow. And it's enough to keep the grass covered. But by Thursday afternoon, it's all gone, man. That's a good snow right there. How much you get? Where'd you get? All right, so, man, I meant to bring that and I forgot. Oh well. Now it is calf raises. Oh, dude, man, you got over 6 inches. We like never get 6 inches here. Years ago, we got about 8 inches, which is very unusual for us. But it wasn't bad. What you got going on this weekend? Not a lot, man. So my weekends are generally Saturdays, clean up the house. I might work on doing some video work, getting some of my church service stuff work. I might end up doing some editing of these type of videos. I got a friend that let me borrow his DJI Pocket 2, which is the little vlog camera. I did a little 3-minute live stream last week with my phone, just to test it out on my church channel while I was walking the dog. And I was like, I've been wanting to try out the little pocket, DJI Pocket thing. And so he had one, he's gonna let me borrow that. So I'm gonna play around with that a little bit tomorrow. I do need to get out and do some more drone photos of the elevated tanks or water tanks and stuff from my assistant city manager. And so I got a busy day, really. And Sunday, as always, that's usually my sermon prep day. That's my church getting ready day. And then Sunday nights, we stream our church at 6 o'clock on the INNOVATE church channel. And so, pretty much not too unusual of a weekend for me. Now, what you got going on, man? What's your plans? I got to figure out how I want to do this. I usually like to have my calves elevated on something, and I do have what you call Apple boxes. And so I used to do photography, and I bought a bunch of Apple boxes, which are the photography boxes you use for like short kids and stuff like that to stand up on. And I meant to get one of them down. I got to be careful raising myself up down here. I might do this. This is the other thing I do like doing. So the bottom of my rack here does allow me to get a little elevated here. I'll either use this or use the bench foot a lot of times. I'm gonna use this here. I'm gonna do 12 reps again with my little 15er here. Whole lot of training, man. Oh, that's right, yeah, you get, so where you going? Where you running at, or where you hiking at? I'm gonna bust out a set of these, 12 reps. I guess I'm gonna do my weight on this side, my left side, and my right foot first. So I hold on my right hand on here. I don't know how to balance shit. One. Even on these, I try to keep the knee bent a little bit. Right foot, 12. I'm kind of digging in my foot a little bit, but it'll be all right now. There we go, that ain't too bad. And one thing about the alternating sides like that is you can go right from one to the other, to the other one, and keep going. This weekend I'll probably just do strength training in the gym and a little endurance. Cool, man. Gotta keep it up, right? And talking about endurance, I know you know all about that too. If you're doing long distance hiking, climbing, elevations, all that good stuff. So it's no different than the whole marathon thing too. You gotta break through some of those walls and push yourself sometimes beyond what you're ready for. And that's what God does for us a lot of times, man. He'll push us before we're ready sometimes too, right? Call you out, call you to do something. And you're like, man, I don't think I can do that. And he's like, I'm gonna help you do that. I lost count on that one. Y'all have to forgive me. I think it was 12. Yeah, see, with tonight, man, have you always been into metal music? Somewhat, yeah. So, as I always explain to everybody, what you're listening to on there is not what I'm listening to up here. I have my earbuds in, I'm listening to the real metal music. Yeah, I mean, I've done the whole metal, rap, all that good stuff. And I lean a lot heavier now than I did when I was younger, for sure. But I grew up listening to heavier stuff and fell in love with Metallica back in the day, like for real in love with Metallica. I played guitar a little bit. I hadn't played like a lot in a long time, but acoustic. And it was Metallica that kind of got me into that. I grew up with some Christians and they were in a Christian hardcore metal band. I used to draw them back for, oh, cool, man, that's awesome. I used to go around and see a lot of the Christian metal bands around here that were just kind of like low key, trying to get started stuff, little teenagers kind of stuff. And thought at one time I was gonna start a record company. Because my passion has always been trying to give kids and young kids, young adults, whatever, God honoring media entertainment, I guess you would say. And music's has always been one of those things that's been close to my heart. .12 on that one. Knock this out real quick. And so, yeah, man, that was one of my things. And it's funny because I was sharing the other night, my first calling, although I was already working in youth ministry, my first real recognition of God calling me to ministry, and I thought at the time, meaning full-time, was because I had gotten so deep into all these ideas and things with music and media for youth, and wanting them to not waste their young years like I did. I wasted my young years chasing all the wrong things and trying to do the wrong things. And so for me, it was all about giving these kids and trying to get them on fire for Christ at an early age so they would miss all the crap that I did. And so everything I was thinking about, like music and other forms of media, like I even thought about doing a magazine at one time, which would have been music based. It was all surrounding youth ministry and affecting youth. And so one day it's like I'm having this conversation with God, and I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, oh no, he might be calling me to ministry. And I plainly asked, I'm like, Lord, are you calling me to ministry? And I tell people, you know, I heard a voice. I'm not saying it's his voice. I just heard a yes in my head that wasn't in my head, if you know what I mean. And so what was I chasing? All the wrong things, man. Hold on just a minute. A lot of people I knew like August Burns Red, and they didn't even know they're Christian and have a, yes, absolutely. August Burns Red, ABR are definitely one of the old school metal bands that's still out there putting out some killer music. As I Lay Dying was one that I used to really love. And if you know anything about them, the lead singer kind of went a little crazy there for a little while. I listen to a lot of different people now. I was chasing mostly acceptance, if I'm honest. Never really belonged anywhere, never really belonged in any particular groups, never really fit in that great. I kind of talked about this the other week. I wasn't a nerd, I didn't even fit in with the nerds. I wasn't cool, didn't fit in with the cool people. I wasn't handsome, didn't fit in with, you know, trying to get girls or whatever. So I spent a lot of my time doing what I thought was the right thing to gain acceptance and get girls and all that good stuff and all that, man. Yeah, I remember As I Lay Dying. Dang, I haven't heard that name in a while. I saw him live, man, a couple times. At least, well, I saw him one time at least. I may have saw him twice. I saw Disciple like about 7 times. Saw Audio Adrenaline back in the day. Probably saw them 5 or 6 times. Fireflight, that was kind of the softer metal back then, or softer hardcore. I have seen Sleeping Giant, I've seen For Today. Sleeping Giant's like one of my favorite bands. Holy Name as well now. And so, yeah, man, I've been around for a little while on all that. All right, so I'm gonna sit here and keep talking, and I'm gonna talk and forget what I'm doing here. Still gotta do core work, right? So we're gonna bust out some core stuff, which is just a little bit of crunches. We'll do some planks, and that's really about it. I don't even have my crunches in here. Don't have my planks in here. Crunch, there we go. Pop that in there. No, hold up, I didn't say crib. Ha! Not crib, crunch. This ain't no crib, man. All right, there we go, crunch. Get rid of that one. And then, what did I say? Plank, yeah. That should be add to. Yep, there we go. So easy to add stuff on the app, man. Jamie, if you don't know, I'm always talking about the Strong app. If you were doing any kind of working out and want to track it, it is an excellent free app. You can do 3 different templates for free. And the way I usually do it, I do back, chest, and legs anyway. I only, after using it for about 7 years, decided to pay for it this year. And so now I actually just recently, just this past week, added dumbbell exercises to it. So now I have 4 more templates that I've added. And even then, it's like 29 bucks a year, man. You can do a lifetime for 100 bucks, but I'm like, let me just try out the 29, see how that goes. All right, let me get my mat over here. Get my wife's old yoga mats here, man. That's why they're purple. But they're purple, they fit everything else, don't they? And so, yeah, it's funny, dude, because I used to, with music, I used to go in the old CD stores, record stores, And I had like all the popular stuff that I was always trying to find new bands. And I just grab a CD out of the Christian hardcore or metal section and take it home. And if I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, I usually gave it away. It's funny because Newsboys, if you know them or not, that's fine. I got their CD before they ever got popular, and before Tate joined them and all that good stuff. And they had a song called "Take Me to Your Leader," which was one of the songs that really got them popular to begin with, and then their next CD took off. "Living Sacrifice" was one that I picked up. I didn't like it at first. Now I love it. I was like, man, I just don't know about all the screamo stuff. Oh goodness. My friend gave me a hard time because I was like, oh man, that's cool. I gave him the CD. All right, 20 crunches. I'm gonna do 3 sets and bust some out. I said, I don't put my hands behind my neck. I don't like to even be tempted to pull my neck, so I keep my hands about my chin or my chest. And I'm not coming up to my knees, I'm just coming up enough to crunch the belly. Sorry. I'm gonna start singing to you, man. I got 4 today in my ears right now. Lost count, but I know where I'm going, I think. I'm gonna be close enough. There we go. Yeah, I got 4 today going. So I would love, and I know people do listen to their music and you hear it on their streams, all that good stuff. I know it's not technically right, and then my other issue is I also stream to YouTube, and I'd like to use these videos sometimes. I take the teaching parts out of them when I have time, cut the teaching part out and put it up, and I don't want to do that with my music playing. That's, you know, copyright music and all that. So I have the Epidemic Sound with the music going in the background. Yeah, it's copyrighted. How many times do I hit core a week? Honestly, only this night. Usually with my leg night, I'll do my crunches and my planks. I need to add a little bit more, and I might down the road. When I do back and I do my pull-ups, because I have to pull my legs up anyway because of my height and the height of my ceiling here, I get a little bit of abs on that. I have felt the pull on my abs. I felt the muscles being sore from that. So I try to hit it just really at least once a week. And really it's just because legs is usually a short night. I'm like, I can go ahead and add a couple extra exercises to it. It's interesting, Jamie and Sleepy, I know you can get part of this too. So we got a lady, and you've probably run across those people that, you know, metal music is evil or rap music is evil or whatever. And me and my wife's been having a conversation back and forth, me and her and another lady, having some issues with our kind of music. And for me, I listen to metal. She just listens to like CCM stuff, contemporary Christian, you know. And people go with just because it sounds, and my wife says this all the time, she don't understand my music. She's like, I think it sounds angry, it sounds mean. And I'm like, honey, it's passion. And so it's like, people don't understand, man. It's like the words, if you really dig into what they're saying and what they're singing about, And even the screams have their place. Now, I don't listen to a lot of death metal, which is like screaming all the way through. I do like to hear some clean lyrics from time to time. And so I'm more of a new metal fan, I guess you'd call it. But it's like I always want to help people understand that, man, this music is really from people's hearts. And sometimes it's pain they're screaming out. Sometimes it's praise they're screaming out. Sometimes it is strength in the Lord or praise of Him that they're screaming out, you know. Things of that nature. It's like you can have songs that are talking about mental health issues or bad things or kind of even questioning, like the Psalms, like imprecatory Psalms or I forget the name of them now, the Psalms where he's crying out, you know, my God, why have you forsaken me? Or why do you turn from me? Why do you not hear me? Well, that's what the music that we listen to, or that I listen to as far as my metal music, a lot of times that is the gist of it. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I'm like, man, really? Some of this music that we listen to, for me, it's more than any of the old hymns. And I love old hymns, but for me, it's more theologically correct in a lot of cases than some of the old hymns. I respect people who don't understand, but still respect it. Mama's like that. She knows it's good intentions, but it isn't her thing. And that's the way my wife is. But we grew up where you did have people talking about, you know, AC/DC was of the devil, and the drums or the guitars or whatever instrument they were playing or rhythm or whatever, it was evil. Kind of like the old days with Elvis. If you remember anything or know anything about when Elvis come out and he shook his hips on TV, you know, well, that was evil at that time, you know. And I'm like, it ain't that. It's the heart of the person. It's the lyrics that they're putting out that matters. It's not the style. It's the heart of the person putting it out. It's like I can scream. I can use my mouth. I can use my tongue to curse someone, or I can use it to share love and encouragement with someone. It doesn't mean my mouth is evil. It means my heart is, if evil things are coming out. All right, one more sit. And so, man, it's like I was listening to Beard the Lion's I Am the Ransom today. Going down the road, dude, and I'm just screaming out to God with some of the words out of that song. Got to be a light wherever God may be calling you. Maybe you could be around lost sheep. And that's it, you know. It's crazy how quick people can overreact or accuse things as evil without a second thought. Right. Lacey Sturm of Flyleaf, she's always been one. I've been a big fan of Flyleaf back in the day. I always loved her and her screaming. And she talked about talking to a pastor one time, and he asked her about, you know, playing in the bars and things like that where she has played. And she told him, she's like, because we go into dark places, we go into hell, and we bring people out with the light. And I'm like, dude, how powerful is that? You know, and I was thinking today, it's like I said, you know, I went and watched For Today, Sleeping Giant, all of them in the Green Street Bar, as it's called, in Greensboro, North Carolina. And granted, it was an overwhelmingly Christian concert, but who in there might have been there that had never heard that kind of Christian music, maybe never seen the praise and worship that we were offering to the metal music we were listening to? Who in there was that sheep that had never heard before, you know? And so I think about, you know, you see them on a lot of these larger concerts or larger festivals that some of them go to, everything like that. I pray for them. I pray that they're keeping strong out there amongst the worldly people they're touring with, and that they are being that great cloud of witnesses as well. And so I think of somebody Like say, Jamie, if you were musically talented, I don't know if you are or if you aren't, and say you were 15 and you were in a rock band and one day you weren't living for Christ, but then you get saved, but yet you still have this talent of doing your music. Does God require you to lose that talent or stop using that talent or change that style of talent to fit a particular style of music? Or can he or does he want to use even the music style that you know and like for his purpose and his glory? And so I'm like, to sit there and to say that somebody like that needs to change their style that they're into or what they play or their talent, it is not what I think God is about. It's tough because before I ever even considered Christianity, I've listened to in the past to a lot of music with swearing and whatnot. It's tough because I enjoy the music aspect to all of those songs, but not necessarily language. And that's one of the things like working with youth is trying to help them find the alternatives to what they like. And dude, I grew up in the time when the Christian music was not quality music. Thank God it has gotten better, especially in the last 10, 15 years. It has definitely gotten better. And let me bust out a set of planks and then we'll continue that little part of discussion there. I only do 30 seconds. We're gonna do 3 reps each. Let's get ready. I need to get my time up on this for sure, but it's gonna take some practice getting it. About 5 seconds left right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, lay down and take a nap now. But that was the thing, you know, I remember they used to put out little, if you like this band and you might want to try this band kind of posts and things, you know, to help people find these other bands. And now today, so before the whole internet music thing and YouTube and all that, I eventually learned that to find good music, that the kind that I wanted to, I needed to be intentional in looking for it. Because what's on the radio and what's being put out to us is that kind of deal. It's like there's no intention to it. You just find a radio dial you like, and then you listen to whatever they pump you and whatever they tell you is cool. For me, I actually found some pride in saying, no, I'm not going to continue to listen to what you're giving me. I'm going to find what I like and what I want. And I always wanted God honoring, or at that point. But dude, I've gone and seen, as a teenager, the worst of the worst rap bands ever. And so I grew up with 2 Live Crew back in the day. And I went and saw them live. And that was raunchy, sexual, horrible language, everything, because that was the kind of kid I was. Again, just trying to fit in. I liked the music, I liked the rap. NWA, that kind of stuff, man. That's what I grew up listening to. And then in my later teenage years, it was Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and all that, you know. That's what I'm telling you, which rap groups, that's what I'm telling you, man. No way, yeah way. And so I listened to all of it, man, I ain't lying. And so now a lot of it was because I liked the music. I liked the style. I've liked rappers, you know, I like rap. Eventually, you again, in understanding Christ and understanding what they're singing and what's good for me and what isn't good for me, I always want something that's going to speak to more. I kind of miss some of the old rap days when they were really telling stories, when they were really talking about their skills and things like that, and then somewhere down the road it turned into killing and sexing and everything else. And but it's one reason, like NF being one of the more popular, known as a clean rapper. He's Christian dude, or used to be Christian. I don't know if he still is or not, who knows. I think he still is. But he, for me, is better than Eminem. And he's a white dude. And like he and many other white dudes have always been compared to Eminem for whatever reason. No matter what kind of style they got, it's always, he's trying to be Eminem. I think NF is better than Eminem, because his style and his way of a rap, and the changes that he does is just amazing. But it's all clean. All right, get this other rep in. Ooh. 20 seconds. Feel the abs, man. Feel the abs. 10 seconds. It's like I listen to my music right now. I want to move and I can't move because I'm trying to hold a plank. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. I listen to it for the beat and not necessarily the lyrics. And I understand that, but the problem is you can find the beat anywhere else. But you listening to the beat, you're also receiving the message they're sending even subconsciously. NF delivers fire so good and real. Real music, yo. That's what he said, it's real music. Real music is real as his record label was anyway. And so like I always love, and I'm old school, I like a South style beat, man. I like fast hi-hat, fast beats, lots of bass. That was always me, man. And so, and then you got the West Coast, which was the old Dr. Dre and stuff like that. There are bands, there are groups, rap groups out there that are like that. Grits used to be one, Cross Movement was one. Those two were both kind of West Coast style, I think. I got a dude on my, they'll play him on my playlist here, MTM. He's got a pretty bad beat, pretty cool music. Man, I don't listen to enough of it really, outside of NF really, because I'm listening to metal all the time. My music is basically my YouTube playlist, and not what I created, but YouTube knows what I like to listen to. And so they put together the playlist for me, and then so it'll drop a lot of metal in it, and then all of a sudden it'll drop a rap track in it. And man, right now, Convictions, whoo. Wow. Anyway, all right. Whew. All right, one more set, then we'll be done, man. Let's see, no, this is Bloodline from Sleeping Lotus. Right, 10 seconds. I mean, talk about a band and a song that has awesome lyrics, man. Again, God honoring, God seeking. All right, yo, man, we have done everything on the list tonight. I'm stoked because of that. Hour and a half. We're gonna update the template and values because I changed the template. Pop this over here, say end on the workout. But Holy Name playing right now. I do like Gangstar. I like how lyrical the older rap was. Like every verse was different. Right. And so, yeah, Lotus. Yeah, Bloodlines. I thought so. No, that was, okay, yeah. It's just funny because Bloodlines has a song called Lotus, and then Convictions has a song called Sleeping Lotus. I was like, man, I could swear it sounds like Convictions, but I know Bloodlines does Lotus. I was like, man. Yeah, let me see. So I'm just gonna share, y'all know I like to share lyrics every now and then. So this is Conviction, Sleeping Lotus. The Sleeping Lotus, wake up, wake up. I've grown restless, searching through the darkness, longing to prove myself and rise up out of the dirt. A glimmer of hope dampened by constant defeat, reaching through oblivion, God set me free. I feel weightless, I'm falling under, an endless dream, eternal slumber. I'm lost, I'm too far gone. Show me a sign so I can follow your every word, your every word. Lost sight of who I am, God knows no one understands. Sleeping Lotus, wake up, wake up. Stagnant, complacent, anxiety's chokehold pulls me down. a tattered lily amongst the dancing waters, iridescent beauty waiting to be found. I've grown restless, searching through the darkness, longing to prove myself and rise up out of the dirt. A glimmer of hope dampened by constant defeat, reaching through oblivion, God set me free. I feel weightless, I'm falling under, an endless dream, eternal slumber. I'm lost, I'm too far gone, show me a sign so I can follow your every word. Lost sight of who I am, God, no one understands. Encompassed heart, time ticks away, a weathered seeding, I wither and decay. God, water these roots and drown out the doubt. Nourish my purpose, turn me inside out. Illuminate your design, I'll leave the old me behind. Arise, sleeping lotus, a fevered dream. Drowning the flower that never blooms. Repeating the cycle that darkness consumes. I feel weightless, I'm falling under. An endless dream, eternal slumber. I'm lost, I'm too far gone. Show me a sign so I can follow your every word. Follow your every word. Wake up, revive the fight. Purge the dark, wake up, renew the mind. Restore this heart. And so my thing is, like I was talking about, you know, with those that hear this kind of music, whether it be rap or whether it be metal, they don't know the lyrics. And if I can get them to understand the lyrics and understand and forget about the style of music and understand the heart that is behind the lyrics, and understand that when I listen to this and when he's screaming out, you know, wake up, wake up. These are things, this helps me to praise God, to glorify God, to even worship God while I'm going down the road or while I'm sitting here listening to this and doing something else. Like when I'm cleaning, my wife can't stand when I'm cleaning the house and listen to my music because I'm walking around singing then. But it's like, man, this is somebody crying out to God for him to change them, for him to be at work in their life, and for him to help them live into the purpose that he has planned for them. There's no hymn, I'm sorry, there's no hymn that makes me feel and makes me praise God the way something like this here does. And so for me, it's like you can't hate the music just because it sounds bad or it sounds like something you don't like. There's something different to it. It may not speak to you because you don't like the style, but I would rather you pray for the people that are putting this stuff out to be a light and reach others that are into the style of music. Because not everybody's gonna come and listen to the Gaithers, or not everybody's gonna come and listen to, you know, some CCM band or whatever. Not everybody's gonna listen to metal either, I know that, but. It would be cool if there was like a second Christian radio station where they could play different styles of Christian songs. That was something I used to have, ChristianRock.net, ChristianRock.net, ChristianHardRock.net, ChristianRock.net, and there was another one. It was all one site, but basically you could choose your kind of music you liked. They even had a hip hop site, and it was all Christian hip hop, Christian rock, whatever. And so that was one of the things I found. You got any Christian metal bands worth checking out? Man, do I. So I just got done talking about Convictions. Convictions has got some strong, powerful music out there. They are, and some of them are like really super loud, where I really love a double kick. They don't always use a double kick drum, you know. But they have awesome heavy music and powerful, powerful lyrics. That's what I just read was their song Sleeping Lotus. Bloodlines. Bloodlines is the other one. Bloodlines is very, very much so, their music is really praising God a lot of times, but not like what you might think. You'd have to listen to them to hear it. Convictions is, they've got some strong stuff that they deal with. That's like powerful. They've got a song about losing or having a miscarriage, and the girl or the mother crying out to God for that, you know. They got a song about one of the band members losing his father, and the video is powerful. The song is powerful. Man, they've got so much, dude. The Fear of God's been their most recent CD. Oh Sleeper, another Christian band I love. They're more on the poetic side than they are sometimes on the absolutely out front. Now they did have some older stuff, like Son of the Morning and things of that nature that are pretty bad, pretty awesome, bad in a good way. Phineas, and sorry man, I'll say here, look at my list, dude. Phineas, Wolves at the Gate, Living Sacrifice, I've already mentioned, Sleeping Giant, Holy Name, August Burns Red, as Jamie mentioned on there. Man, dude, so much, man. War of Ages. If you like rap, I love No Big Deal, and that is one word, N-O-B-I-G-D-Y-L. No Big Deal is awesome. If you like, I go back to the old Tribe Called Quest days as well. Q-Tip and all that, man. That was kind of my thing. No Big Deal kind of has a style that is similar to that. KB is another one. He's another good rapper. I don't know if I said Wolves at the Gate. Wolves at the Gate is one of my favorite metal bands as well. Man. Like I said, dude, I could just give you a screenshot of this and you'd be set. But you can, I mean, there's a lot of them there you can check out, man. Once you get into looking at one or two of them on YouTube, of course. Kingdom Core, I think it is Kingdom Core on YouTube, right? That's my own little thing there popping out there, the Discord thing. Premium just got an update. Yay. I believe it's Kingdom Core podcast. Let me check it out. Let me make sure. I know it's Kingdom something. I just can't remember. He does a metal podcast. And that ain't him. Oh, I misspelled it. That's why. Kingdom Core podcast. Let's see if that comes up. Yeah. Kingdom Core is For the Rock. All right, that's it. Look up For the Rock on YouTube. He's got a podcast. He does video podcasts. And look right there. That's Bloodlines. Him interviewing Bloodlines. You'll hear some of the music. He's all the time doing music reviews and kind of first listen kind of stuff. I was telling, Discord. Sorry, Driven did that. Thank you, Driven. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to connect with me, as always, Discord. Better for me to be able to message you that way. I can post up stuff, share links with you there as well. Trying to think where I was going. Anyway, Kingdom Core, For the Rock, his podcast. He's all the time listening to music and putting it out there and sharing with you what he thinks about it. Oh, Beard the Lion. I mentioned him the other night, Beard. I always say that Beard because I know it's kind of hard to understand sometimes. The Lion. They're another metal band that I absolutely love with their scriptural songs. And so I think Sleepy, you checked out Beard the Lion, or I hope you did. If you hadn't, make sure you do. But man, you look up Kingdom Core. There's Tommy Green, a Holy Name, right there talking. And so there's all kinds of stuff out there, man. I can help you with music. I help you with the word, and I help you with music. I love my music, man. So it's always been such a good thing. Whew. Talked a lot tonight, man. Been good though. So I want to. Let's see. I got a few more verses. I'm just going to pick one of them. I think Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6 is probably one of the good ones to end on tonight. And that is, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Same thing I always say a lot of times, seeking the kingdom, doing everything we can to honor God. If we put him first in our lives, then we can trust that he will work out everything else for us. He will keep us on the straight and narrow. He will help us in our faith walk to stay focused on where we're going or where he wants us to go. And he'll bring the right people, the right encouragement, all that into your life as well. And as we talked before, I think that's why some of you come on here as well, or some of you are on Twitch as well, looking for positive stuff, to be a part of too, and encourage others. So now I want to look, see if there's anybody I want to go try to drop in on, man, and do a little quick raid real quick. I would like to do him, but it's hard, man. I can never always remember how to type in his name. So I don't know if y'all know, and let me do a shout out real quick for Blessing Boat. If you are a Christian streamer and looking to get to know other Christian streamers as well, whether you're a Christian streamer or not, Blessing Boat has a new journey coming about here. Oh, didn't mean to click on somebody. I did. Basically, they spend all day on a Saturday, and they go from stream to stream to stream of Christian people that have signed up to be part of it. I've been a part of it for a couple times. I've done it as INNOVATE Church. I've done it as Pastor G. It is a cool thing to do. And I'm trying to find my Discord real quick because I can tell you when the next one is, because he just put out the announcement. Where's it at? Where's it? Actually, he messaged me. That's right. So March 8th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. Look up Blessing Boat on Twitch. There is a Blessing Boat channel, and make sure you follow it, get notified. Their goal is to help Christian streamers, Christians become affiliates, get more followers, and also introduce and help us network together as well. It's been a huge help to me. Love the ministry, love what they do. But with that said, I'm going to try to stream to Warrior of Light, or to raid to Warrior of Light's channel, and let y'all get to see what he's doing right now. He's racing. I see that he plays a racing game. He's getting into some competitive racing, and just let's just drop in and say hello to him, and do that, right? All right, so let me pull myself up on here. Where am I? There we go. All right, so unless yeah, I'll do it, I guess. Raid Warrior. Oh man, see, I already messed up. Cause I forget, man. His name is it's got an underscore in it. Warrior of Light 777. There we go. All right, let me get that back up. Warrior underscore. Oh, that's the R. Underscore of underscore light 777. Let me see if I can get it to work. Nope, because I did the wrong thing. I forgot the / Really? Oh, I'm so good at this, y'all. Y'all know that, right? Warrior of. Before we do, I'm gonna holler at y'all real quick. Don't worry, I'm just getting it all typed in and ready to go. See if that'll work. There we go. I think that'll work. But man, I want to say again, thank y'all for being on with me. And I really appreciate it. Like I say, I know it's Friday night. There's a lot of other things y'all can do. Appreciate you being on with me. We're going to go here to Warrior, see what's going on. Look out. I may drop on tomorrow. If you're in the Discord, you'll get a notification of it. If not, just see. I'll try to see if I might get on tomorrow. Let's hop over here to Warrior. I'll see what he's got happening. You do that. Good. Didn't mean to pin your comment there. Nope, that didn't work. Hey, there we go.
I gotta get Martha some new cleats. I bet you could buy the whole team new cleats with all that money you saved.
Let me get my stream off now, so I'm still going. Here's Craig, my mouth's going. All right, y'all, take care.